Well, I think there's where perhaps people do not understand the linkage that as we continue to deal with the escalation in COVID cases and the increased hospitalizations, it creates a problem because we have very limited health infrastructure, and we have to make sure that we contain COVID to the extent that our health infrastructure does not become overwhelmed. And almost invariably, in order to contain COVID, whenever there's an escalation in COVID cases, there's a need for us to, let's say, increase curfews or to, for that matter, going into lockdowns. And every time, curfew hours are increased or you're going into a lockdown, then it reduces the viability of the economy and creates fundamental problems. In fact, the strain to pay salaries and wages continues to increase month by month. It is becoming increasingly difficult to maintain the payment of salaries and wages. And we all know, too, that the payment of pensions by Social Security have been grossly affected because we have failed to return to normalcy in order to put people back to work. And the longer the COVID situation protracts, the longer people take to get vaccinated, then those challenges will persist. It means, therefore, that a lot of people will remain unemployed, and fundamentally more people will get ill, more people will die of COVID. So the responsible thing really to do is for each person to get vaccinated in the national interest. So it goes beyond the personal interest, but for individuals to do so in the national interest in order to restore economy and at the same time to protect livelihoods.
Throughout 2020 and for the 9 months of 2021, your government has consistently met salaries at the end of the month. Do we see this continuing at the end of August, September, October, November to the end of the year?
Well, we always believe that governance is the art of the possible, and notwithstanding the challenges, we continue to press on. We have done some very creative things to raise revenue in order to sustain the payment of salaries and wages and other obligations. And we will remain optimistic about our capacity to do so. But at the same time, we have to understand the situation is becoming more and more tenuous.
Do we see payments by the end of this week for August?
I'm pretty sure that we will make the payments by tomorrow. And we'll continue to press forward and to soldier on and to make sure that we're in a position to meet our obligations. So we take those obligations very seriously. And I think that my administration brings a significant amount of competence, and it is really the competence, the experience, and the commitment that is keeping the country's economy afloat, ensuring that we're able to provide for our people. I know many are not appreciative of the effort, but at the end of the day, we all remain very committed towards the empowerment of our people. And we know during this very difficult period that we have to hold the economy together. We have to continue to provide for our people. And I think that in the circumstances that we have done remarkably well, and we will continue to do so.